Welcome to the 13th Guest, Loki, and the Feast of the Gods, Friday the 13th. Most gatherings are meant for harmony. 12 seats, 12 cups, 12 names spoken in careful order. 12 is structure. 12 is completion. 12 is a circle that closes cleanly. Balance feels safe when it can be counted. But there was a night in the halls of the gods when the number shifted, when laughter paused mid-breath, when torchlight flickered without wind, when a knock echoed through eternity. In the golden hall of Asgard, beneath rafters carved with runes and victory, the gods gathered in celebration. The hall belonged to Odin. All-Father, seeker of wisdom, one-eyed watcher of fate. At the table sat Thor, whose hammer split mountains and storms alike. And there, glowing brighter than torchlight, was Baldr, beloved son of Odin, god of light, of innocence, of hope. Baldr had begun dreaming of his own death, dreams that shook even the gods. His mother, Frigg, had traveled the 9 realms, demanding oaths from all things: stone, fire, iron, beast, that they would never harm her son. And so the gods celebrated, because Baldr could not be harmed, or so they believed. There were 12 invited, 12 divine presences, 12 flames burning steady, harmony until the door opened. Unannounced, unwanted, unavoidable, in stepped Loki. Loki, shapeshifter, blood brother to Odin, neither fully god nor fully giant, belonging everywhere, belonging nowhere. He was not merely mischief, he was fire without hearth, intelligence without loyalty, laughter that arrives just before something breaks. The moment he entered, the number shifted. 12 became 13. It seems small, but in myth, imbalance is never small. The gods, amused by Baldr's invincibility, had turned it into sport. Hurling spears, stones, axes at him as they harmlessly bounced away. Loki watched, observed, calculated. He discovered the one thing Frigg had overlooked: mistletoe. Too small, too harmless, too insignificant to demand an oath. And from something overlooked, catastrophe was born. Loki fashioned a dart of mistletoe and placed it in the hands of Hodr, Baldr's blind brother, guiding his aim. The dart struck true. The radiant god fell, and in that instant, the feast became a funeral. Laughter curdled. Torches seemed colder. Silence fell like ash. Light dimmed in Asgard, and 13 became a number spoken carefully. Baldr's death was not merely a tragedy, it was a fracture, in the foundation of the cosmos. In Norse prophecy, his fall marks one of the first irreversible steps toward Ragnarok, the doom of the gods, the death of innocence, the unraveling of divine certainty, the beginning of the end, all because a 13th chair was filled, all because something entered that was never meant to be there, or perhaps was always meant to be. "13 was not born cursed. Long before this feast, 13 belonged to the moon. 13 lunar cycles in a year. 13 thresholds of transformation. It represented change, initiation, crossing from one state into another. But in this hall, 13 became something else. The number of disruption, the arrival of shadow at the table, the truth that harmony is fragile. Loki did not destroy balance. He revealed that it was conditional, that perfection was temporary, that invulnerability is an illusion. And from that revelation, destiny moved forward. So my question to you is this: was Loki evil, or was he the catalyst? In Norse cosmology, chaos is not separate from order. It is braided into it. Without Loki, the gods would stagnate. Without fracture, prophecy would sleep. Without 1312 remains untested. The trickster is not the monster under the table. He is the crack in certainty. He is the whisper that asks, "What have you forgotten?" Sometimes the uninvited guest is the one who exposes what we refused to see. "12 flames burned in golden ring. 12 voices rose to laugh and sing. 12 shadows danced upon the wall. None believed that one could fall. But knock and echo split the night. A smile concealed in firelight. A slender dart, a guided hand. And fate obeyed a quiet command. Not rage alone, nor jealous cry, but truth the gods could not deny. For when 13 claims its seat, illusion trembles at its feet. The light went down, the silence grew. The end began where no one knew. For balance breaks not loud, but thin, when change is welcomed or let in. Legends tell us to fear 13, but perhaps we misunderstand it. 13 is not misfortune. It is the moment the pattern shifts, the breath before collapse, the guest that reveals the weakness in the wall. Just as Jesus, once a teacher, and his 12 disciples gathered at a humble table, and the course of humanity was forever altered, so too do circles of 12 carry the weight of destiny. Every system has a breaking point. Every harmony hides a fault line. Every hall has a door that was never meant to open. And sometimes, the uninvited guest is the truth we refused to seat. I am Four Winds, and this has been your mythological file on the 13th Guest. If this story stirred something ancient in you, if you felt the torchlight flicker, please take a moment to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss what waits beyond the next doorway. Because some feasts end in celebration, and some and in prophecy. But perhaps we misunderstand it. 13 is not misfortune. It is the moment the pattern shifts. The breath before collapse. The guest that reveals the weakness in the wall.
They sought the heavens through the mind. Reason's fire, cold yet blind. They cast their faith upon the stone and crowned themselves as gods alone.
Temples echoed with empty praise. The stars looked down in sullen haze, and from the depths of immortal shame a jealous soul invoked his name.
Curse of the crownless flame,
Burning hearts in hollow names,
once divine,
now bound in chains by pride, by lust, by reason slain.
curse of the crownless flame.
The city weeps in endless rain,
Echoes rise,
but none remain. Their glory dust, their wisdom pain.
He whispered sweetly, you shall reign. He sowed desire through every vein. Each heart a throne, each hand a sword. Each man became his own false lord. The skies grew black with mortal cries, faithless eyes and broken ties. Brothers turned on brothers' breath, and love was sacrificed to death.
Woe to the dreamers, the seekers of light, who tore through heaven to steal its might. For the God they made was none but one, a jealous heart who dimmed the sun.
Curse of the crownless flame,
Burning hearts in hollow names,
once divine,
now bound in chains by pride, by lust, by reason slain.
curse of the crownless flame.
A kingdom lost to its own game.
Their echoes call
Through halls of shame, their crown, their curse remains the same.
Now silence rules the gilded halls where vanity once scaled the walls. The jealous soul now weeps alone upon his self-made ashen throne. The wind still tells of what became of wisdom turned to ruins flame, and through the dust the echo cries, beware the God within your eyes. Oh, fallen city, fade away. Your song of sorrow ends today. The crownless flame, the endless fight, sleeps beneath the dark.